One of the attractions of pet keeping is definitely finding solutions to problems. Here's a problem I had been dealing with for a while, and what I think is a pretty good solution to it. Ideally, I would prefer to heat my cricket bin from below, but the types of heat panels that are compatible with plastic tend to be somewhat expensive, so I've been using a heat lamp. For quite a while, I used nocturnal reptile bulbs in the lamp. These worked very well, and the very dim light they produced didn't seem to disturb animals or people in the house. However, the bulb life tended to be a little shorter than I would have liked. I then switched to a chick brooder bulb for two reasons. One, they seem to have a longer lifespan than the nocturnal reptile heat bulbs I had been using, and two, this type of bulb is extremely cheap, just $2 or $3 US. However, there was a drawback to chick brooder bulbs. They were too bright. Didn't seem to cause any problems for the crickets themselves, but unless I closed the room door, the light was bright enough to leak into the bedroom and make it too bright to sleep comfortably. I think it may have been a little too bright for some of the creatures in the animal room as well. I decided to try a 100-watt ceramic heat emitter because it doesn't produce any visible light. Ceramic heat emitters are best used with wire cage fixtures like this one, as they don't trap the heat like a more enclosed fixture. Before I switch them out, here is a quick temperature check of various portions of the cricket bin. I assembled and installed the ceramic heat emitter. The clamp assembly is designed for flexibility of placement and angle, but it is a little tricky to actually attach, even though I had worked with this type of clamp assembly before. The heat emitter itself is, of course, extremely easy to install. Unfortunately, after 24 hours, the temperature was lower than the ideal. The target is between 80 to 90 Fahrenheit at the hot spot and 78 or above in the rest of the bin. I ended up exchanging the 100-watt emitter for a 150-watt model and moved the bin to a shelf where I could situate the heat emitter directly over the bin. After 24 hours, the temperature was within the ideal range. The maximum lifespan of the heat emitter is supposed to be over 2 years. Whether or not that actually happens remains to be seen, but the crickets are thriving, and best of all, when we're trying to sleep, there's no eerie red glow from the other room.